So Joseph, it's so competitive out there in practice. P4 just 2/10 away from voicing at the front. How was the track out there?
Yeah, the track was obviously pretty green to start off with, and we went out on new tyres, so it was always going to be quite tricky to kind of get ourselves in the groove straight away, and that was kind of where I struggled quite a bit. Obviously, my best lap was my last lap, so yeah, I think we've left quite a bit on the table there, and I think we've not really shown true pace before qualifying. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see what we can do.
And what was it like just building up and getting into the groove early in the session?
It's really tricky around Brands GP, really, because obviously you make one mistake and you're in the wall, and the problem that I had was my first push lap, I very nearly ended up in the wall on that first push. So, I just wanted to, then step it back and, build up to it again. I didn't really want to go and do the same thing the next lap and maybe end up with a worse outcome. So I was just, being sensible. We don't have that long until qualifying this morning, so if I'd have gone and written my car off, I think we would have been in quite big trouble. So yeah, I just didn't really want to risk too much. Didn't want to put any do any harm to the car, things like that, and just wanted to keep ourselves in the best position for qualifying.
And how does driving this circuit in the GB3 car compare to last year in F4?
Obviously, GB3 car's a lot quicker. It's very tricky to get it right. It's you've got so little room for error, and to get a lap right round here, you really have to be committed, and that was something that I got right last year, and I just was basically on it the whole weekend and just tried my very best to just put the best lap in that I could in quali, and that was the main thing. And I think if we can do the same this weekend, we could be on for some good results.
And there are a few guys like bottoming out at Paddock Hill. Is that just a sacrifice you to make to maximise the lap time?
Yeah, I mean, at the bottom of Paddock, it's such a big compression, so it's always just going to push the cars into the floor. It pretty much doesn't matter what ride height you run, anything like that. It's pretty much all down to how much compression you have, and every car will suffer with that. Just obviously the lower cars will suffer with it more.
And you're up there in the championship, just slightly further back than Voisin and Dunner. But how are you feeling about the championship with 3 rounds to go?
Yeah, obviously 3 rounds to go. It's still quite a long way. There's a lot of points to be scored. So I'm on pretty much level playing field with them. Obviously I am a few points behind, but in this championship it can swing so easily. We've seen that already. I was nearly 40 points in front at one point, and within 2 rounds I was behind. So things can change so fast in this championship, and I see no reason why I can't come out on top this year.
And what are you expecting from qualifying? Do you think it will be more critical than other tracks to get on the front row? Because we see how difficult it is to pass here.
Yeah, I mean the front row is vital around here. It's probably the trickiest track to overtake, especially if you're all about the same pace. You're basically just hoping for a mistake in front of you, and that's the only way you're ever going to overtake someone after lap 2. So you just got to really kind of just get qualifying right, really sacrifice everything in qualifying, and then in the race, if you've killed your tyres or anything like that trying to get that qualifying lap in, it really doesn't matter because you just can't follow. So the main thing is to make sure that you get qualifying right, and if you're on pole, you're more than likely going to win the races as well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well done, and all the